What is up, fans? I am your host, Alex Kramer, and I'd like to welcome you back to the newest episode of A Great Podcast. How the fuck are we doing?
How are we doing, bro? How are we doing? And if I'm wrong, I'm right.
If you're listening to this on Apple, Spotify, any of those platforms, jump over to YouTube to see the video version. We highly recommend. We're getting the setups going. All the cool shit's going to be going for this next venture that we're going on with the YouTube, the visual. So if you're on these just listening platforms, hop on over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like. If you haven't checked out the last pod, make sure to check it out now.
And I hate to call out the fans because I love all of you, but at the same time, I feel like you guys are a little bit lazy because we're telling you to come out here. We see you guys are on Apple. We see the downloads. We got listeners. Come over to YouTube. Check out our channel. We're trying to grow it, but we don't want to beg. If you like our stuff, do us a favor. Check over there. Click a like. Now, Crane, what are we busting down today and getting into first and foremost?
Things first, Kieran. Alex Jones. Well, first of all, Alex Jones already got sued. I don't know if you know that, Kieran.
Alex Jones, for the people who don't know, I
think, I forget the number, but it was a drastic number.
Well, let's break it down for any fans who don't know what we're talking about. Basically, there's this guy named Alex Jones, and if you don't know who he is, he's basically this guy who goes on his channel. He has a channel called, or just pretty much a radio show called InfoWars, and he talks about conspiracies and the world and the government and all sorts of crazy stuff. Now, sometimes what he said has been true. Sometimes what he says has not been true. And at one time he said it was not been true and it fucked him over was the Sandy Hook allegations he made. He basically said the Sandy Hook shooting was not real. And now he's being sued, and I guess he fucking lost in the court, and he lost like $50 million. But I do think in Texas, you don't have to pay all the $50 million you're owed. There's a cap of how much you can pay. So even though he's liable to owe them that, he's not actually.
Yeah, he got sued successfully for $45 million. Do you think he has that?
No, he's not gonna have to pay that. I'm just saying, like, there's a law in Texas where you don't have to pay all that.
Yeah, but if he did have to pay it, do you think he has that much?
I don't think he's got even close to that much, but he ran a radio show.
I was thinking. I don't think he has even near that, right?
Nah, so he'd have to go bankrupt.
Maybe 10, you know?
But here's the issue I have with it, bro. I'm honestly, even though what Alex Jones said was obviously fucking stupid and wrong for him to say that, like being honest, dude, I do think if it depends on what he said. I haven't really looked into it too much. If he came out and said, I know for 100% fact Sandy Hook was a staged event, that's a problem, and that's defamation. But if he said, in my opinion, I think the thing was planned, I think the thing was staged, I don't know how you could sue for that or even get mad at him because it's just
I really can't understand. You can't sue someone for emotional damages.
No, he sued them because people were going to the houses of these families and calling them crisis actors and stuff. And let me be straight.
It's not his fault, though, is it? It's not his fault.
There are crisis actors, wink, wink, David Hogg. I'm not saying, Hogg, you're a crisis actor, but that's my belief. But those people out there at Sandy Hook, I think that was a true thing. But this is the issue I have with it. If he never said anyone...
He said in his opinion, and this is the issue with everything nowadays. You know?
Yeah, you can't even give an opinion, dude, without being canceled or sent to court, pretty much. You can't even say, but I don't know, to be honest, I don't know to be fair, I don't know what he said exactly. If he probably came out and said, like, this thing was fake, 100%. But you can't do that, dude. You can't do that.
Even if you can do that.
No, you can't. Dude, if someone came out and said, I know for a fact Alex Kramer 100% is a pedophile, you don't think you'd be able to sue them for that? You shouldn't be able to?
People are saying that shit. I feel like people are saying that shit on the internet all the time.
That's slander.
You're telling me you can just sue every single person for something they say about you on the internet?
If it's false and leads to defamation of character and it causes you, like these people do, they sued him for emotional trauma because people did come to their houses. I don't know if it was because of Jones. Maybe it was crazy listeners. But people actually did come to their houses and their school and say, look, dude, you're a crisis actor. And anything could happen from that point. So, yes, you should be able to sue him for that. So I have no problem, even though what Alex said, I like Alex, he's a funny guy and stuff. He's some stupid shit, like we all have, on a much greater scale because of his huge audience. But
I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan.
Of Jones?
Huge fan. I think, whatever, sue him, but like, what are they going to really get from him? If you're saying they can't sue him for all of it, what do you think they'll get?
They'll get money. They'll get money and they'll get compensation. It's just like I don't think there's a law.
They won't get $50 million.
I don't know. I thought I'm telling you. I think I read something that said in Texas you don't have to pay all that money, which is like
Well,
kind of
what happens if
ridiculous.
you don't? What happens if you don't have it?
I don't know. You go bankrupt. You can't pay all your dues. But dude, the court system is a complete fucking joke in the first place because let's say you get married and get divorced. The wife can just marry you. Like Jeff Bezos' wife is one of the richest women in the world now because she just divorced him. She didn't do anything except divorce the guy. And he's liable to give her all that because she's accustomed to the lifestyle. It's so archaic and stupid how a fucking wife can ruin you, dude. It's like, dude, they want
You
equal
can't
rights.
do that if you. She can't do it if you sign a prenup.
Right, of course, but I'm saying if you don't sign a prenup, you're liable for all this bullshit. Like, dude, it's so stupid. Like, they want equal rights. They cry for equal rights in this country, which we should have equal rights, 100%. And for the most part, we do. But in this case, we don't because the man, if he gets divorced, the man is most of the time he doesn't get fucking custody of the kids, and he doesn't have to fucking pay. Like, if you're a woman and you don't get custody of the kids, there's something seriously wrong with you, dude. Like Britney Spears, you know she's fucked up.
Yeah, she's a nut
And I
though.
like Britney, but it is what it is. I'm
No,
actually not like a Britney fan.
she used to be sick, obviously, back in the day when she was making bangers and like
She made some
shaving
hits,
her head
dude.
and shit. But nowadays, that girl is fucking whacked, man.
Nowadays, I mean, I think she's probably fine now.
No, bro, she still posts weird shit, real weird shit.
All right.
I
Well,
would
I
think
don't know anything
this guy
about it.
doesn't even
I don't
have
listen. I don't
this
listen
guy
to her.
Kieran doesn't even have Instagram, so he can't even fucking
No, I don't
he
got no
can't
Instagram.
can't
It's
say
fucking
shit. He doesn't fucking know any of the fucking
dude.
relevant.
Someone was talking to me about that, and I heard Instagram's like horrible now, like totally in the fucking dumps. All there is just they basically turned it into TikTok. I heard
No, they didn't, bro. It looks the same.
it does look the same. Well, I've heard from people that they've turned it basically into TikTok, which I don't blame
Instagram
them because TikTok
Instagram's
is
great, bro. It still looks the same,
it's
Kieran.
trash. It's just like TikTok. I don't blame them for copying TikTok because that's the fucking top of the game, dude, in terms of manipulating you and stealing your shit. You know?
I love Instagram. I love TikTok. Love all the platforms. They give us the opportunities that we need in this world.
Oh yeah, dude. If you give it depends. If you give the what right man, if you give an architect, not an architect, a constructor a hammer, he'll build a house. If you give a stupid person a hammer, he'll fucking whack shit with it. You know, it all depends on who you give the tools to.
Yeah, 100%. You're 100% right in that. And right now the tools are with this guy named Joe Biden. Speaking of Joe Biden, his approval rate, what did it rise to 75% or 45%?
45%. Let's not get ahead of
75.
ourselves.
45% still a little too high. I mean,
Uh,
I think it should be about 3%. And if you're in that 45%, what is wrong with you guys?
3%.
Yeah, how can you approve of anything he's doing? The economy is the worst it's ever been.
Dude,
And
but it's not all
and
of
all right,
Biden's fault.
let's blame it on Ukraine. Well, maybe we shouldn't send them fucking money.
Dude, it's not all of Biden's fault. The problems in the country, though, like it's so like it's the same shit when people were blaming Trump for all the
No, bro,
problems.
it is his fault because the economy was booming with Trump, and it still wasn't that bad during Trump's COVID. Then we got Joe Biden coming in, and the economy is almost some of the worst it's ever been.
Dude, but you could blame a bunch of shit for that. It's like the president can't solve every fucking problem in
No,
the
but the
world.
president's job is to at least figure it out and figure out how to fucking how to like subset it somewhat. But instead, he's just spending more money on bullshit.
Dude, what does the president even do? Because from what I read, he has to get everything passed through the fucking Congress. So it really appears like
He
Congress
does,
is.
bro, but you gotta understand.
The president doesn't do shit. He's a
He's
fucking
just
pawn.
spending, bro. He's just spending money. They're just spending money. It's the liberals, and they're just spending money. We're just giving to Ukraine. We're just giving to all these bullshit things. We need to build the infrastructure of this place. We need to fix the fucking debt here. We need to get our shit right so that the inflation doesn't go through the roof like it is right now. Because
So
it's gonna fuck.
you really hate
It's
the
gonna
liberals, huh?
fuck. It's gonna fuck our futures.
You hate the
Unless we're
liberals?
what?
You hate the liberals?
No, I wouldn't say I hate them. I strongly dislike their ability to think.
Here's the problem I have with it, okay? With this whole everyone's a hypocrite
And
in this
don't get me
country.
wrong, liberals, I'm sure there are some liberals out there that are great and they don't like Biden. But anyone who likes Biden in any regard, I think is inept, just like he
Dude,
is.
it's a hypocrisy because they said the same thing about Trump, dude.
Okay, they can say the same thing about Trump, but at least he can fucking talk and
It's
walk.
literally the way I see it, dude. It's literally just the opposite day around the fucking country because everyone says the same thing but opposite. Because
Yes,
everyone said,
but
"Oh,
no, but you
if
gotta
you
look.
like
You gotta
Donald
look at
Trump,
the
you're an idiot.
actual.
If you like Joe Biden, you're an idiot." But then you take a look and you say,
No,
"Okay,
bro. But
it's
look at
Fox
the
News,
no. All
all
right,
the Republicans."
no. Listen. Aside from what people are saying, right? Let's not care about what people are saying
I
because
do
some
care
people are just
because the people
people.
overrun
No,
this
some
country.
people don't like Trump just because of his attitude. But your attitude should never outweigh your performance. If your performance is incredible and you have a bad attitude or you say bad things, it doesn't matter because your performance is so incredibly stellar. If you are very purely stupid and you do all the wrong things and your performance is horrible, then there's nothing to say. There
Bro,
can be
I'm
no
telling you,
argument
listen.
for that.
Let me tell you my fucking point. It's the Republicans all day, okay? And I agree with a lot of the conservative values. I agree with some liberal values, okay? I don't put myself on the spectrum. I want the president to do a good job. This is the issue I have. It's the hypocrisy because on Fox fucking News, every day Republicans are like, "Oh, CNN, all they do is bash the Trump supporters all there and they say Trump's fucking failed America is all their headlines." But then you go to Fox News, it says the same thing. It will say Biden's failed America and all this shit. So how can you get pissed off at the Democrats for saying that and then you go and do the same thing? It's
Pissed off.
hypocrisy.
I'm not that pissed off at them. I'm just telling you the straight facts that anyone who thinks he's doing a good job and is giving him a solid approval rating, then if anyone is doing that, then they don't have a brain.
That's
That's
my
what I'm
fucking
saying.
point, you idiot. They said the same thing about Donald Trump.
But I'm telling you, the fucking performance does not back it up in this scenario. So that makes them completely inept.
They said that. Did you not understand? The
No, I
same
did
thing.
no.
They
They
said
did not
Donald
say
Trump
no.
did a
No. 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 No.
horrible
No. 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 No.
job.
No. They never said this any. They never said anything about how horrible the economy was and how horrible of a job he was doing, other than how bad he was for social standards and the social everything going on socially.
Dude,
Okay,
socially, okay, so it's we're never gonna be happy then. The country is fucked
I could
because you
care
can't
less
do
about
that.
social problems if the fucking if we're all making money and we can all spend money and we can all buy things and shit like that, then there should be no problem. And if
We
you're
have
not able to in that scenario, it just means you're not working hard enough. It has nothing to do with him in office. Okay, he didn't do shit except help get us jobs.
Look, I'm a big fan of the United States. I think this is the best country out there. You take a look at
Same.
all we have the freedom pretty much to work ourselves up and do the thing. Some people there is a little privilege here and there, but that's not our fault. It's basic human nature to privilege some things based on
You know,
our
I
time
actually
to
wrote a
drive.
paper on this. I wrote a paper on this, bro. This
On
exact
what?
thing I'm
On
talking about
what?
on privilege just yesterday. I
What'd
said
you
I
talk
don't
about?
I said yes, there's privilege, okay? We all can in some regards be privileged.
It's money privilege.
However, that privilege has to do with how hard your parents work.
Not really, because young
Essentially,
Thug grew up poor, but yet he has money now, so he's more privileged than me because he has more money and fame and
he
stuff. He can
wasn't
get into the
no, but we're
club.
talking about privilege. They're talking more about like how are you privileged? You know what I
It's
mean?
money.
And,
It's money.
and it's money. Okay, so if you're privileged, like if
Oh,
you
you're
and
right.
I,
That was
so
given to you.
as you and I are, I guess you could someone consider quote unquote, I guess privileged, but that has to do with how hard our parents worked.
It's all
It has
based on class. It's
nothing
all
to do with
class.
us. So if your parents aren't working hard, it should not be like, "Oh, you're privileged. You're privileged. You're privileged." That's not my fault that your parents did not work hard and did not care to give you what you needed to succeed.
Some people don't even have to. They're born and they don't have to do anything. Sometimes it's just fucking genetic, dude. Like you have some hot fucking Mexican woman who doesn't need to do anything and she could just marry a rich guy. We talked about it on the pod. Like you get triggered at that statement, but it's a true
But her
statement, dude.
no, but her childhood was probably shit.
It don't matter, dude. It's a matter of what happens from
No,
that
but
point
when we're
on.
talking privilege, most people are talking, "Oh, we're
Yeah,
privileged
innate shit given to
innately
you.
privileged as a child." Okay, but looks, yeah, looks or whatever. Some people are fucking ugly as fuck. That's whatever. That's beside the point. Money privilege has to do with how hard your parents worked. When people are coming around and saying, like, I personally don't believe in the term white privilege. I think it's insulting. I think it's racist. I think yes, some sure it's a very broad statement, and it's wrong because there's a lot of white people who have horrible lives, as there are a lot of African American, Latino people who have incredible lives. Like there's no, oh, you're white, you must have it all easy. It doesn't work like that. Some fucking white people are poor as fuck, have a hard ass life. They may get raped. They may have all these issues, just like the same on the other side. You can't say all white people have white privilege. So you can't put a broad term out there as white privilege.
Dude, there was I was in a class back in Tampa and there was a teacher like teaching about privilege. And I usually hold my tongue when I'm in class and stuff like that. But there was this one guy and this teacher was like basically saying how white guys are the most privileged. One of the examples she says, when you go to a store, people suspect black people are going to steal something in the store. And one of the dudes says, maybe you do that, but I don't fucking suspect that. So it's basically like it's just anyone who comes up with these privileged shit and all that, they're the fucking racist ones, dude. They're the ones who actually care about that. I don't fucking see race. I don't care about that. It's all about your personality, dude. I hate fucking white people the most because that's just what it is. I mean, am I racist towards white people? No. I'm doing a podcast with Kramer. He's white. I love him. You know, it just is what it is, dude. Race is completely fucking made up. When you're a child, dude, you don't see it. So basically, to sum it all down, um, we as a society should stop even teaching racism. Just forget about it. Forget about it because the more we teach it, the more we think about it, and the more we think of because race does not exist, man. We're all the human race. It's so stupid, dude.
I
Like if
tried to say in my paper, I said we're all the same.
we're human beings. It's a race. It's a race of people. We're the human race. It's just used. All race does is divide us, dude. Which same with
I
these
might get in
Republic
trouble for the shit I said, bro. I might get a bad grade.
on your paper.
Yeah.
Is your teacher a liberal?
Seemed like it. Anyone who's teaching that has to be.
Teacher, what class is it?
Interculture. I'll tell you in a second. It's called.
Well,
It's called fucking
well, I mean, at this rate, dude, every teacher out there is starting to.
American Multicultural Discourse.
Well, you gotta sit back, relax, and figure out who you are in this world. And who you are is not defined by the color of your skin or who you are, man. It sounds corny to say, but dude, don't think about that. Don't focus on that. And live your life to the fullest, regardless of your race. Don't let any of that hold you back. And now people are gonna say, "Oh, it's easy for a white guy to say it." Just stop with that, man. Stop with that. There are black people I know, my friends, who are more successful than me today. They're doing great shit. And I'm not really, I got this podcast going. I got good things going for me. But, there's people, I got Mexicans, I got all these friends of mine that are surpassing me and doing it because they're working hard. That's all you got to do is just work hard and you'll be fine.
100%. What are we gonna roll into?
Well, what do you want? What do you got next?
Nothing.
Yeah, we do. We got topics.
No, I know. What are they? Tell me.
You don't got them?
Nah, not right now.
Dude, you can't just say that on the pod.
Nah, I'm doing something, bro.
Okay, dude, what are you doing? We're filming a fucking podcast.
No, I gotta look at something real quick.
You
Okay?
couldn't have said that.
No, I got it. All right, we're good. No, I'm allowed to say it. The pod needs to understand.
All right, fans. Sorry for the technical difficulties there, but we're back. Look, we just got a whole spiel about white privilege. We don't want to get into that so much, but what we
No,
do
we
want to
do
talk
want
about
to get
now.
into that. We want to get into whatever we want to talk about. And
Oh,
that's
really?
what
Then why did you text me the other day saying I can't talk about
I didn't say I can't talk about that. I said we can't say that word. You fucking idiot.
that? We're not going to tell the fans what the word is because apparently I'm restricted from saying it, but it doesn't matter. I want to talk to the fans.
He is. He's fucking restricted from saying it because it stunts your growth.
Here's the problem that I have. So there's this rapper
Here's
named
what we're going
Drake.
to talk about right now. Let's talk about these crazy fans out there in this world. Let's talk about the BTSers, the Harry Styles, all these even Taylor Swift, all those fans. It's like a cult following. It's crazy shit. Crazy shit. They attack people on social media if they say anything bad about that artist.
Dude,
My
not
opinion,
only do they do that, they find out they have group chats where they find out who you are, and if you say something bad about BTS or Harry Styles, they have group chats where they can hack you. They're literally like fat cowgirls or like some weirdo gay skinny guys who would make these fan accounts, and they pretty much know how to use computers, and they hack you, and they figure out, they dox you is what it's called. They figure out your name, your social security, your credit card, and they try to pretty much ruin and destroy your life.
I
And
know a way to go
this
viral
has
on
happened
TikTok.
to hundreds of
Here's
people.
here's a way to go viral on TikTok, all right?
How do you do that?
If you want to go viral on TikTok, what you need to do is hit the green screen filter. You throw the green screen filter on because that's going off right now. You put BTS or Harry Styles in the background, and then you just fucking go on a rant. Long rant.
Or
Fuck
you post
how
videos of
bad
a great
they're at.
podcast.
Or you post these videos of a great podcast, clips, talking trash on these people, goes viral. They all come after us. We hate a great podcast.
Dude, I
But
just wonder,
it
okay,
goes
so
viral.
let's be real. Most of these people that who do this shit are adolescents, they're not adults. My question is, what happens to them when they grow up and they spend literally all day, when I say all day on their phones watching videos of BTS on Twitter, on TikTok, on these apps, and of Harry Styles, and tweeting about them and trying to get a reply or a like to them. Like if they get a like on Twitter from Harry Styles, they go into months of jubilation and their life is pretty much complete, and all they do is talk about and all this shit, which is fucking ridiculous. And my question is, these people, they what are they going to be like when they're adults, dude? They have no skills. All they do is like fucking tweet. They're like super
Yeah, that's
fans.
like those weird fan accounts, and they just like post pictures of their fucking their like fan crush, and they just like spend their whole life on fan accounts. Just, I mean, do what you want to do in this world, but just
No,
know
I
some
don't
things.
accept that, dude. I'm not going to say do what you want to do. I mean, I know it's a
Some
free
things.
society, but we as a society are becoming stupid. It can't happen anymore. We have to be
Yeah, it
smarter.
can, because we can't all be smart, son.
Yeah, well, we could educate the people. We can't all be smart, but at least in the old days, those people were fucking productive, dude. These people do nothing but sit the fuck around, dude. We needed
We
to be a
got fucking
productive
immigrants.
country.
It's because we got immigrants coming in taking the jobs that these people are supposed to do.
No, forget the immigrants. Talk about our own people that are on BTS.
2K and how all these video games, complete money grab, huge scam, Madden, honestly, a lot. The new iPhone, money grabbers.
We're in this cycle. We're in this cycle of games where there's no. It's just these old guys trying to make their money, and they just what they do is they really to NBA 2K, dude. I played it the other day, right? I got a game shared with me, right? And the kid who game shared it with me on Xbox, I was playing with him, and I went to the park. If you don't know what the park is, it's basically where you use your My Career created character, and you play some games. And basically what happened is I'm like a 60 overall, 70 overall because I don't fucking spend money on the game, and I'm facing off against 95 plus overall gods on the game, and my player can't do anything to stop them. And that's the most fun mode of the game and the mode everyone plays. So that's if that's the only thing everyone goes to, and you just get fucking destroyed if you don't spend at least $100 on the game. So what they do is they just re-release the same garbage. They put all their fucking money into J. Cole cameos, their whole budget, and the game's just an atrocity. It's a fucking money grab. Now, video games are a great thing. They've made a lot of fun, a lot of memories. People have even gotten married by meet through a video game, and it's just a fucking joke how these games are stealing your money and forcing you to spend hundreds and hundreds. It's a genius business system. Hats off to them. But what happened to the fucking guys who made Red Dead Redemption? What happened to the guys who made fucking Heavy Rain and these amazing story games and Assassin's Creed, which is also fucking shit? They're
We
making
need,
horrible
listen, we
products.
need more open world games, is what it comes down to.
We just need good games. Gaming,
No,
music,
we need
entertainment,
open
it's in a
world.
downswing. Early
We're all
2020s will
sitting
be
here. No,
remembered as the entertainment failure of the 21st
we're all
century.
sitting here waiting for Grand Theft Auto. Let's be
I don't
honest.
even think that's going to be all that, dude.
No, you know it is, bro.
I know
You
it will
know,
be good, but like,
you know it's the only thing there is to look forward to in gaming.
I'm just saying, man, like we need some innovators out there. Like, dude,
Yeah,
we're
we
being
need a real
dumped
world
out.
game. The next best thing is life. It's called the
Dude,
game
you
of
fucking
life.
come out here and say, who cares what people do with their time? But this is who gets the jobs in later in life, and they have no creative ability.
Not, I guess you're right, and the reason that there's no creative ability is why, Kieran. Social
Because nobody
media.
lives like Kanye.
That's what you would say. Social media.
No, I
And yeah,
say
you're right.
no.
Nobody lives like Kanye. And the reason that this is we're all being force-fed medicine to make us feel better. But in reality, it's making us stupider. Kanye was fed medicine, doesn't take his medicine, lets his brain flow, and the guy is a creative genius.
We're all creative geniuses. We don't even have a chance to express it
We get suppressed by medication.
by everything, by these distractions that we call out in the world. Social media, for example. Yes. Video games, maybe. You play them. They're a creative expression we enjoy, but they're still, in a way, sharpening your brain. Some games, not all of them. You make your own games, read books, interact with people, talk. There's a quote that says, there's a quote that, network. There's a quote that says, geniuses think about ideas and talk about ideas. Not smart people, average minds discuss other things, other events, right? Bad minds, weak minds discuss other people.
Interesting.
How do you feel about that?
Well, we discuss other people
If
on
you're
here.
of a genius, of a great mind, you discuss ideas. If you're of an average mind, you discuss events, stuff that's happened, historians. If you're of geniuses, would be like Elon and shit, Tesla,
I
Nikola
disagree.
Tesla.
I disagree because I think everyone.
Nikola,
No, I disagree. Everyone discusses everything.
stupid minds discuss people like BTS, Ariana Grande.
Well, that's what we're discussing.
I know, but we have a
And then maybe
podcast.
we're stupid. But the other thing
Yeah,
is
we really are
that's not
stupid.
true because everyone discusses everything.
No, because I came to the conclusion I'm really just not a smart guy. Because, like, dude, if you think about it, what these geniuses are doing out there, like, I can't comprehend any of
Well,
that.
we're definitely not that smart. You're right.
Bro, there's people that create airplanes, aerodynamic shit. It's the most complicated thing. Me and you will never be able to understand it. And they're not even in the top of the fucking food chain out there in terms of being smart.
I don't
We're
really
not even
want to
on
be.
that level.
I
We're
honestly
not
don't.
even.
I don't have
We're
the
not even.
desire to be like that.
I don't. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying. I'm just not on that level. I'm not that smart. I'm just not. I'm
Fans, I
not on the
gotta shave
level.
this
Even at
beard.
my school, University of Tampa, there's just people that are so much smarter than me, and I'm not on their fucking level, dude.
The real thing is, I gotta shave this beard and get a haircut.
Is that right?
What I'm feeling like.
You like being clean shaven, or you like a little beard?
I like being clean shaven completely, but don't have the time to shave.
I got a little beard. My beard's a little scraggly though. My hair's a little long. I probably need a cut, but
Mine
you know,
gets too thick and it makes me look fat.
you look a little fat.
With the beard, yeah.
Are you fat?
No, I wouldn't say I'm fat, but I wouldn't say I'm fit. What about you?
No, I'm pretty fit, I'd say.
No way, really.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Nah, I wouldn't say I'm that fit, bro.
Well, I love doing shit. Like I love working out and going to the fucking field and playing. Like I don't know how people don't like to do that, you know?
Enjoy that type of shit playing, but
So many people are just addicted to
I
their fucking
hate I
phone.
hate just working out.
Why?
Because I don't enjoy lifting weights at the fucking shitty gym.
Does it hurt you?
No, I just don't like it. Like I'd rather go play a sport, you know?
I like lifting, dude. It's fun.
Yes, dude. I just only want to put like an hour into it max.
You feel good afterwards.
You're right, but maybe you need to stop lifting and solely grind the pod.
Every
And then
day,
once,
all day.
and then once the pod's huge, we'll go back into our focusing on our bods.
Well, that's called burnout.
Yeah, but you got to burn out in order to surpass burnout and just keep going. Everyone's burned out, right? Logan Paul filmed a dead body, burnout.
That was burnout.
That was his burnout. He vlogged every day until then, and then that happened. You know?
Yeah, but he was doing that for views, which is sickening.
No, I don't think it was that bad. I have a very, very strong statement on that it's not that bad. That's like if you and I were to walk into a forest and we were vlogging and there was a dead body, it's not like it was planned.
I
Who's not
wouldn't.
gonna,
I would
who's
never
not
put
gonna,
that on
you would
YouTube.
never pan the camera?
Dude, he took a picture of with a like a surprise face, and then put a
Oh
fucking
God.
thumbnail
Seen
saying
it?
we found a dead body. He was
Have you seen it?
that poor man was going through so much in his life. Hung himself. It took himself to hang himself in the middle of the woods. Logan Paul videotapes it. Was happy about it. But trust me, he was happy that he found that fucking guy dead in the
Maybe
woods.
you're right, but you're right, but it's also like, dude, I'm not gonna sit here and sympathize with the fucking guy who killed himself.
Well, you should. That's pretty fucked up.
He killed himself.
Yeah.
If I feel like I hate to say this, but if you're doing that, maybe you're not meant for this world.
It's not true. People go through their
You
breakup.
can't handle a little bit of criticism, and
How do you even know, dude? Maybe his wife
your
left him in
brain
the
tells
same
you,
week his
and your
fucking
brain
mom died.
tells you, oh, oh, I should kill myself.
Yeah, but that doesn't make what Logan
You
Paul
ever
did.
thought that? Have you ever been like, oh my God, I gotta just kill myself?
No.
See?
So some people do.
Well, then there's something wrong with them a little bit, right?
They can't change how they feel.
I
You
guess
could
you're
change
right.
how you react to how you feel, but if you ever feel like you have to kill yourself, like I don't feel like you would
Oh, then
intentionally
you
think that.
shouldn't do it. But like the fact that people actually push themselves to do it, like I
Okay,
hate
what
to
is
say
that?
it,
Does that make Logan
nothing.
Paul a fucking saint for going in the forest and
No,
filming
no,
it and
no, no,
posting
no,
on
no. We're not
YouTube?
even talking about that anymore, bro. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
we are.
No,
That's the whole topic,
I just don't think he should have been fucking criticized as much as he did for it. We
dude.
all make mistakes, bro.
It was pretty fucked up.
We all make mistakes, dude. Some people are gonna go back at our old pods and hear the shit you say, and they're gonna come at your ass.
Hey, they could come at me, dude, but that's nowhere near as bad as what this fucker did. All I did was say my opinion on things.
I guess, bro.
Look, Logan Paul, man, if I met you, dude, we'd probably hang out. And I don't think you're a bad guy. I
I
think you
actually
made him.
fuck with you heavy, LP, and I'd love for you to come on the pod.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes, dude, and you made a mistake, and it's fine. You've probably owned up to it and apologized, which I mean, you obviously had to do that, but
I want to hear his full real opinion on it, you know?
I think he was just at that time, dude. He was pretty insensitive to the whole thing. He saw that and saw an opportunity to get some views. He didn't really think about it. That's what I think. He just thought it would be a controversial video, and he grew up in a place, or he just had no really concept of that, and he made a mistake. It's all right. We all make mistakes. And Logan,
Oh,
I
he's
don't hold
fucking
that against you. And if we ever hung out, which we probably never will, but if
no,
if
no,
we
no, no,
did,
no, no. I
we'd
disagree.
have a good time.
I think it's more likely that we will than we probably won't. We can't be talking that way, dude.
Well, I don't know if I'd really want to hang out with him.
No, but if our podcast gets big, we're gonna hang out with him. It's just gonna be inevitable.
No, he's a cool guy, but
We'll have
me
these
and
guys on
you.
the pod. I have a seat right here, Kieran, right next to me, and you could be sitting there, and we could
Yeah,
both be doing the pod just like this.
yeah, we get
Right?
along. We get along with that guy for sure. He's a good guy, I think.
But with that being said,
You want to
thank
end the
you.
pod?
Yeah, the pod's over.
The pod's over.
Yep.
Wow.
So here's what we're saying to you guys. With that being said, we thank you for this great podcast.
I thought I'd do the outros.
You do. Fucking run it. I'm waiting on you.
Well, I didn't want to end it, but I guess we have to. We have no choice. And fans, if you are listening, which at this
Fuck you.
if you're hearing me, you're listening to the show. So we'd like to thank you graciously for listening. And if you made it this far, why not drop a sub? You already made it this far, so it doesn't hurt you. It's free. You can unsub if you want.
You subscribe, you like, you comment, and we create.
That's what we do. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.